machine build for 3019207 Alexandria Rivero. After I did the user build, I emailed this to Ken. When he says, contact me this out of the computer, this is what he means. And then he says this. He didn't provide the machine name right off the bat because we have like a mutual understanding that he always names machines just the user's name. I couldn't find it in Kaseya, and I ended up calling him, and then I just had him reboot the machine, and it then populated in Kaseya, specifically a new agents group. I moved it over to the unlimited restoration group. Whenever you connect to a URI machine for the first time, it'll display on the desktop first and foremost. I already did this one, I'm just going to show it. First and foremost, you want to go to just search power in the Windows search, and then this is grayed out because I've already domain joined it, but it probably won't be domain joined when you connect to it for the first time, so you want to set both of these. You'll want to change them from, it'll be 5 minutes by default. You want to change it to never to make sure it never sleeps, and then to domain join it, Windows key and then R, type that, and then you want to click change there, and then type in their domain URI.local, and it'll prompt you for credentials, which you can find in ITglue, agent procedures. And then there's two that I'll want to run. First, I'll want to search Lenovo. Go to install Lenovo system update, click this checkbox, click run now, click submit in the bottom right, click yes. That'll install drivers, and I'll type basic in the search bar to find the basic apps new script. Run this, and this will install Google Chrome, Adobe Reader, and a Firefox. Go back to agent here. I'll go ahead and rename it. And to determine what to name it to, I'll go to the actual machine group. And then I can see, so because of the filtering, we want to scroll to the very bottom to see the latest number. So I'm looking under the URI LT ones, so 50, 51, 52, blah, blah, blah. The last one was a URI LT 69, so this one will be URI LT 70. So I will go ahead and change it in Kaseya, so I can see it right here. So I'll do manage, rename, URI-LT-70. Save that. I'll go and copy that exact machine name so I can paste it in the ticket, and I'll go and rename it on the machine itself as well. I'll just type that in again. Change URI-LT 70. We're going to do restart later. You want to go to advanced and then click settings under user profiles. And this is while logged in as ITS admin, the domain ITS admin. You want to click this, then click this. So this is deleting the local account that Ken created during the out-of-box setup. We just click yes on here. Just delete this user account. Shouldn't take too long because of how little data is on this. I tried to switch to Alexandria, but I was getting a trust relationship error, so I went ahead and rebooted. And voila, the trust relationship error was because I needed to reboot to finalize the localhost name change. We see we have the basic apps there. So what I want to do, just to start off, unpin these things. And then I use Revo uninstaller. So once we get into Revo uninstaller, the first thing I do is I go into options, uninstaller, and this, because that just takes a little extra time and it's not necessary, as in the creating a restore point. And then I uninstall Lenovo now. Smart meeting, because both of those tend to just send annoying and useless notifications. McAfee, even if URI doesn't use CrowdStrike. I don't know off the top of my head if they do or not, but even if they don't, McAfee is just annoying anyway. And finally, we remove both of these, what's called OEM Office or OEM Microsoft, because we will reinstall it from office.com while logged in as Alexandria. And we do that because if Alexandria has any specific licenses that might grant her access to any additional Microsoft apps, then we want to install it. Then we want to install Office from um, Office.com while logged in as Alexandria, because doing so will also install those additional apps that she may have access to. And even if she doesn't, it's best practice to do this regardless. Make sure that Rivero installer is not on the desktop. And log in as Alexandria. URI is luckily one of the clients who has the skip setup option in the bottom right of the MFA setup. Yes. Does that same thing again? That's fine. And normal goes out of that. Then we go to apps. Close that. Microsoft 365 apps. This again. Then we right click this, click open when done. Of course, we just got to make sure that it actually runs. Alright, Office 365 is installed from office.com. So I'm going to close this out and open up Outlook. Once we are in Outlook, you'll want to test, send, and receive. The end note for your time entry will say to use auto-respond. I do not. I use my own email because I have a rule configured. And the rule that I have basically says to, whenever I receive an email that just has auto-respond exactly as it is here in the subject and nothing in the body, it auto-deletes it on my from my inbox, but also auto-replies. And then while I'm waiting for that, I will go into view settings. Under layout, I'll do don't sort my messages, and I'll save that. And you can see that that takes away the focus and other. And many people are annoyed by that and don't like it because it just gets in the way. All right, receive that auto response. And then we'll want to delete this. Go to send, delete this. Go into deleted, delete this. Basically delete every trace that we were in here at all. And then we already know that Outlook is pinned in the taskbar, so I'm just going to minimize it, not close it. I'll unpin Microsoft, unpin Copilot, and then I will go ahead and install Teams from the web. Then we go to the top right three dots, get the desktop app, download Teams for Windows, open this up. Even if you have a Teams installer on your computer or a drive or something, it's best to do it this way just to ensure that you're installing the most recent version of Teams. Then we pin this to the taskbar. We're going to use Teams to do a peripherals test, that being microphone, speakers, and camera. So we'll go and click yes to both of these. Go into the quick access thing here. Bring the volume down a good bit, down to like 4 or so. Got it. Go to settings. Go to devices. Make a test call. Before the camera can even really come on, we just leave the test call, and then we can see here. The reason I set the volume to 4 and didn't completely mute it is because if I completely muted it, then it would have like errored. So just to get checks all down the line here, we keep the volume just a little bit up. So this confirms that the microphone works, speaker works, camera. This allows us to be able to sign off on that part of the end template. Close out of that. Go back to chat here. Then we'll want to sync OneDrive. We do this during the setup because non-technical users may not even know what OneDrive is or what it does, so we go and set it up for them. Now we install the VDI. So I'll go back to this, apps. This isn't actually an installer really. This just connects to the Microsoft Store. Click Get. This is the new version of what used to be called Microsoft Remote Desktop. Alright, that finished. We'll open it up. This is just to make sure that they have access to the VDI. Close out of that. Skip. Perfect. It auto signs in because we've already signed into the other Office apps. And being that Ken did tell us that he removed this former user Bob Hutchinson from PSA Web, that indicates that we can go ahead and add Alexandria Rivero. I want to go to users and then go to create and just do exactly what I tried to do before. Got the top, of course. Yep, that autofills. And then we were going to do technician, save. Amazing. So then we just search by username A Rivero, and then we click reset password. Perfect. Close out of that, go back into here, and boom, we can see these two. This is what signals to Ken that the PSA account creation in general is complete. If he doesn't see this part, he will ask if the PSA account is created. If he asks that, that's his way of saying, it doesn't look created to me. He's the type that asks if something is done when he thinks it's not done. And another thing that we need to do is create the Adobe account. Then we'll go to users. Then we do add. Then we enter the email address. Click this down arrow, click add as new user. Enter the first name and last name. This is like the actual creating the Adobe account. Click add products. Click Adobe. Click Acrobat Center DC. Click apply. Then we say save. It's not always immediate, but that should send an email prompting Alexandria to set up her Adobe account. And then to connect the printers, I do WinR, backslash this, that's their DC name, and then because they're on the same Wi-Fi, I can just do it like that. And then I do this. Quite honestly, not entirely sure what that does. I thought this would look different, but might as well run that logon batch file. So what I just did is I went to URI AZDC01 backslash in the beginning and then another slash afterwards to access URI AZDC1, and I ran this logon bash script under netlogon. Not entirely sure what it does, but it's always good to run. And then I'm going to access URI DC116 in hopes that this has printers on it. And then I'm just going to right click each of these and click connect. If it errors, that's okay. That just means it's not within range, but this is the easiest way to connect to all of their networked printers that are accessible, just like in one fell swoop. This one did not error when after I entered the admin password, so I'm pretty sure that indicates that it was able to connect. So just to verify, it did indeed connect. I was able to connect two of the printers, and I just realized that the logon batch file maps this URI file's shared drive. That is about it.